as we go through this volatility.
But that sounds like you don't think we've hit the lows then.
No, we have not been much of a buyer in the last few weeks.
All right, let's get to Michael Tyler here. Michael, where are you on? You're listening to all this. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that what we're actually shaping up is something more like what happened in 2015 with the energy markets, where one sector had led the market up, and then a couple of things happened then. Remember, in 2015, the oil market crashed, the dollar soared, and the entire stock market stalled as a result. But it didn't go down a lot. And here we are this year. Tech has gone way up, but it's also taken a beating. So while you've got the fangs in bear market territory, quote unquote, on the other hand, they're all up, except for Facebook. They're all up between 10 and 30% this year. So it's not been a bad year for tech. And the second thing is, as interest rates have drifted up, that's been acting as a bit of a damper. There's concern maybe growth is slowing down overall. So I can understand why tech has come down somewhat, and maybe there's a little more to go. But in the broader context of the overall market, yeah, maybe it stalls the market, but we're up single digits this year, probably about 5 or 6% total return. And I think the market can survive this and do just fine. So we're sanguine about the market overall, but I think that I think it's wise to say that maybe the tech stocks still have a little more, I don't want to say froth, but they certainly have a little bit more of a valuation issue to work out over a period of time. So call it consolidated, as you did earlier.
Well, what does that look like?
Call it whatever you want. There's a bit more downside in tech, and then I think it rights itself. But the overall market is still doing okay.
The gloom's getting pretty thick. You sound like you're like whistling past the graveyard a little bit. I heard your voice crack a little bit when you were saying that, they're still up about, some of these are still up a little bit
look,
over the year.
The tech stocks,
okay.
Year to date, Year to date, Amazon's up 30%. Netflix is up 40%.
Was it up at the highs?
I mean, these things have done very well.
The gains have been cut in half.
That's true. The gains have been cut in half in that area. The overall stock market has not. It's done fine. It's up 5 or 6% year to date. And as long as the earnings keep coming through, and I think that's a big question that we have to keep asking, the market will be okay, even though rotation is happening. And it's clear that the defensive names are where there's more action right now because they are coming through. Consumer spending is still strong. Business investment overall is still strong. If we have a big change in the tariff picture with respect to China, and remember, we're looking at 25% tariffs on $200 billion starting in a couple months. If that happens, that means we've got some real issues, and we hope that the G20 meeting next month will alleviate
Michael,
that.
I was thinking about if we had some type of positive news on China, I could see that like being good for like one day, but it just seems like we're in a period where that might not be enough either. And the reason I'm trying to get you to not be as optimistic is I think all the points you're making are probably right. I mean, earnings are good. Nothing is really, that many things have changed about the backdrop to the economy and everything else. But I don't think we should pretend, I don't think we should utter any positive things anymore. I think we should just embrace the gloom, and maybe that'll help make a bottom. Because the longer that you have holdouts that still say everything's fine and this is just a garden variety correction, that the longer it goes on. Because there's still people clinging to, we haven't, some people, Kramer and others, looking for more of a V bottom. And maybe we haven't seen that yet.
I think this will take some time to work out. I don't think we're getting a V bottom.
That's a U bottom.
I think well, something like that. I mean, there was some technical damage done. It'll take some time to recover. That's right.
Look, I think we're going to probably have an extended U bottom.
You do?